Indiana in the Morning, always presented by First Commonwealth Bank, member FDIC. Good morning to you. It is Tuesday morning, and Nicole Sipos is with us, Indiana Borough Manager, joins us to talk about issues from the town. Our visit presented by Marcus and Mack, voted best law firm, best personal injury lawyer 3 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. You can visit them online at marcusandmack.com. Good morning. That was a nice bright morning that you had to cross the street on.
I did. Huh? It was it's getting summertime feeling out there.
It is. Just to see the sunshine makes you feel a little bit better.
Yes.
Yeah. But speaking of crossing the street right here, of course, we had what is now a double fatal accident, the pedestrian accident a couple of weeks ago, right out in front of the station here at the corner of 9th and Philadelphia Streets, in what has been always known to be a very dangerous intersection. You have to be really, really careful at this crossroads here. And you know, there's a crosswalk, there's a crossing sign there. Does more need to be done? I know that's a question that Indiana Borough is asking right now.
Well, you know, if you would bring the chief of police in, you know, public safety is always one of our biggest concerns, and so obviously when this happened, it devastated everyone. So part of our planning process, you know, looking into the future and upgrades and some things, the intersections are a big topic. And I can say we did meet with PennDOT, and we are looking at options, not only with the 9th Street intersection here, but also the 7th Street and some other intersections that we feel that could, you know, maybe educating people on not only driving safety, but pedestrian, you know, walking safety and that too. So we're working with PennDOT, and we're going to move forward with some ideas and education programs.
Well, it's interesting that every town, and PennDOT working with them, every town has its own way of handling crosswalks and crossing the street. And you know, Indiana Borough's approach, I think, has been solid all along.
Yeah.
Right down to the fact that when they did the redesign of Philadelphia Street, they took away the diagonals at 7th Street. That was identified as something that was a little bit dangerous. It took longer to get across the street that way. And so they said, well, let's take that out of there. Let's remove that as an option and just go cross to cross.
Yeah, and then they want to see traffic flow, too. They don't want to see backups, you know, onto any of the railroad tracks, you know, if cars start backing up. So the flow of traffic is a big, you know, PennDOT's trying to come up with ways to get, you know, a car from one end of the town to another in a right flow of traffic.
Yeah.
So, but speaking of busy weekend, I do want to thank our police, our borough police, Chief Shaw, Lieutenant Savinsky. They this weekend was busy with the celebrations that the kids were having, and IUP police, state police, all the law enforcement kept everybody out there, you know, safe. And
the weekend before you had St. Patrick's Day.
We had the St. Patrick's Day parade. So 2 great weekends, and you know, a lot of activities happening. IUP, I just want to shout out to them, the students. If you guys were around on Sunday, tons of organizations and students were out picking up garbage, doing a cleanup. So shout out to those groups and organizations for getting out there and cleaning up.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see. It was a beautiful Sunday morning, and tons of kids out cleaning up.
Yeah, that's a great thing. That's something that, you know, in the last 10 or 15 years has really come to be a tradition and something we look forward to. And I think they look forward to it as well.
They do, and I think they take pride into, you know, these groups and organizations. They take pride in volunteering in their community, and seeing them go around, you know, cleaning up and taking pride in their town is great to see. And you know, I credit IUP and their organization staff for putting that together.
They will have Into the Streets coming up here soon.
Yeah. There's a bunch of events coming up, so we want to have people keep checking the website. Downtown Indiana's, getting bigger and better every year. So.
Yeah. Good things happening.
Yeah.
But what else is happening in Indiana?
Well, right now we're going to continue working with our sidewalk grants. We have a big sidewalk grant coming in. We're going to work on that. The Vinegar Heel grant, we're working on a project to start that. The McGregor Park grant. So we got 3 grants that we're starting the phases of, the plans are there. We just have to start implementing.
Yeah. Well, let's talk first about Vinegar Hill because that has always fascinated me.
Yeah.
I love that neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's a really cool looking neighborhood.
The pictures from above are
they're
so cool. Yeah.
And for many, many years, the steps were not safe, and a big project was undertaken to get those back in shape, and so the renovation of the steps, and people can actually use them now.
And then we cleaned it up with the goats. We had the goats up
the
there,
goats
cleaned
came
the
in.
hill, and now we have like a blank canvas to see what we want to do with. So that's what we're working on, trying to figure out what plants or how to terrace it.
Now, what about McGregor Park?
McGregor Park, we did get a grant. We didn't get the whole grant we applied for, but we're looking to kind of maybe move the playground, put a walking trail around there, some green space. So it's in the progress of planning. So we're not sure how it's going to look, but we have funding for it. So we're definitely going to clean it up down in that area.
Nice little update. And what was the third project that you mentioned?
The third project was the sidewalk grant program. The huge sidewalk grant that we received that we're going to be working on how to get everybody involved in replacing their sidewalks.
Sure. We get to the beginning of a spring season, and so we can finally transition out of winter mode and start to think about, getting things up and running for the outdoor season, as it might be called. How did the streets and the storm sewers and all of those, how did they fare over the winter?
Well, there's some potholes out there, and our crew's out there. I'm sure they're out there today. They're going to be fixing some potholes, and that's what I have some summer projects, paving and potholes and storm drain replacements. So those are some of the projects that they'll be working on. The paving project will probably be announced here in April, in the next month. So but I did want to bring something very important up that Borough residents should have got their flyer from Waste Management with the details about switching over to our new garbage containers. That did go out, so hopefully all the residents opened their mail and read the distribution of the carts will be going out next week. All the information's on this flyer. We'll have it posted on our website. If you want to get a new bin or additional bin, there's a number on here to call for a trash cart. So please make sure you open your flyer from Waste Management.
Yeah. Now, for folks who don't know, it's a whole new system for collecting trash.
Yes.
Done with Waste Management.
Well, we're still with Waste Management. They are providing us new garbage carts and where everything has to go in that cart. Unfortunately, we went from unlimited bags and to these 96-gallon containers.
Yeah, so that's what you get to use during the course of the week.
Yes, yes. And then they still offer the bulk pickup, but it's once a month. You get 2 bulk items you can put out for bulk pickup.
And every Monday when I come into town for work, of course, I see mattresses. The mattress industry has done well here in Indiana, PA. And certainly when IUP lets out, you're going to see a whole bunch more mattresses out there.
Yeah, yes, and that's with the move in and move out. So that's going to be held. It's a little different in the agreement with Waste Management. We're still going to address those issues with move in and move out with IUP students.
So how long does it take to get the new containers distributed?
They're going to be here about a week, and they're going to take about a week to process getting the.
People should start using those immediately.
Then start using them effective in April. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and if any questions, they can call our office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exciting news, isn't it?
Yeah. So I think it's going to clean up the town a little bit.
Yeah.
The process.
And make it a much easier process for
For
those
waste. Yeah.
who are handling the garbage and
Yeah.
getting that done. It keeps the trucks in town a shorter period of time.
Yes, and it keeps, believe it or not, it keeps the cost down for our residents. So
Yeah. All right. So that's big
it.
news.
That's big news. A lot
Yeah.
going on.
It-
Summer's coming.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And we look forward to all of the events. Downtown Indiana does such a wonderful job of putting together a great schedule of events. Indiana Borough is a big part of that. And so you've got the spring season coming. You've got IUP graduation, and it's a good season coming up.
It is, yes. And we're working with the utility companies, so we have better communication with them. So hopefully we'll post more information on, where everybody's going to be working at, downtown.
Yeah.
We'll have better communication out there.
Okay. There
Okay.
we go. Thank you,
That's it.
Nicole. I appreciate it.
Hey,
It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. We're 23 and a half minutes after 9 o'clock. Boomer Sports coming up in just a second or so. AccuWeather says increasing clouds today, breezy. High temperature 50. It might take a little doing to get there, but we're trying our hardest. The temperature right now, I think it was 34 last I checked. It's up to 35 degrees now. Indiana County 911 is all right. There's nothing new to report to you there. 50 today, 30 tonight is the low. Then tomorrow, a high of only 38, variably cloudy skies, down to 22 tomorrow night. Thursday, partly sunny, breezy, 49, 57 on Friday, turning partly cloudy in the afternoon. Then a nice weekend, 67 on Saturday and partly sunny, some rain, and a high of 70 on Sunday. It's the voice of Indiana.